Are you going to introduce me?
Yes. Okay. Hi! Hello! So, welcome back to Gen Z State of Mind, and this is our second episode, and I'm joined here today with my BFF, Krista!
Young.
Yeah, the one and only. So, actually, part of the idea that I got for this podcast was because one time me and Crystal were talking in class, and then, remember, one of our teachers was like, I've been listening to you guys for the last 15 minutes. You guys should start a podcast.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. No, actually?
Yes. That was like actually, there are
you
a
should
lot of
thank
factors.
him.
There are
you should
a
thank
lot
him.
of
oh my
factors.
god. He should listen to this.
I know.
No, but he shouldn't. But he shouldn't. Don't listen to this. You know who you are. Don't listen to this.
No, because me and Crystal have always been like the most compatible talkers that I know. Like we are on the different parts of the wavelength. Like we do not agree on everything. We barely agree on anything actually. But that's why we're so perfect for a podcast.
But I can't talk really on camera. But
she says that. Okay, guys, she's camera shy. Okay, she's camera shy. But anyways, so welcome back to Gen Z State of Mind. Basically, your online best friends giving you advice and just basically spilling all the stuff about our lives.
Yeah.
Without the name dropping, because Grace just name dropped the whole school last time. I literally used every single iMovie sound effect. Every single one I used because I needed to give variety. So today, hence the name, we are going to be talking about difficult people.
Difficult people.
Tough people, but tougher mindset from us. We're gonna tell y'all about our dealing with difficult people because trust me and Crystal deal with so many difficult people.
Yes,
it's like actually insane.
Yes,
so bad. And we're gonna give you some tips and tricks to not let it get to you. Okay, so first, is there anything you want to say about yourself? Introduce yourself a little bit.
Oh, you just said everything. What do you want me to add?
Is there anything you want to add?
Hello, my name is Crystal Young, and I go to the same school with Fiona.
Yeah, we go to the same school. Actually, our story is so funny and interesting.
Oh my god, so, yes. Do you want to tell them?
Do you want to tell them?
Our first day?
Yes.
Okay. So, when the day that we met was the first day of school in 6th grade. I was late. She was super early.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm.
No, she didn't. She just got a group of boys sitting next to her.
Let's not talk about that.
No, like when I walked into the classroom, she was sitting right in the middle talking to our math teacher, and everyone next to her next to her are hymns.
Bro, listen. Okay, I need to clarify this. Okay, first of all, I was like the first person in the classroom that day because, as I said, early bird gets the worm. Got there, I became the worm because I sat down. I'm talking with my math teacher, and then before I noticed, there are 5 boys sitting right next to me.
Yeah, and she was right in the middle. So it was super weird. When I walked, and I was terrified because I got missing. So I couldn't find the classroom.
You got missing?
Yeah. I was lost in the building.
Because our school
because it wasn't weird. It was like our school was super tiny.
Yeah.
But the direction was to go to the bridge first. Did you go to the bridge?
Yes.
You go to, okay.
I thought nobody.
I thought nobody went to the bridge because there was no one on the bridge.
Because class started.
But it wasn't 8 yet. So I don't know. I got there late. And when I walked into the classroom, there were no seat left. So that's our first, not even encounter. And our first encounter was in Chinese class. She couldn't speak any Chinese. Like, I can tell she was so confused.
Yes, guys. I'm American.
Yeah. Super, super confused.
USA.
But we were in the same Chinese class. Yeah. And the teacher was just, giving directions. And
I was like, what in the
world? It was so obvious that he didn't know anything.
No, he came down to something to me. I had no idea what he said. I went,
yeah.
So I have this class. I don't even know if that's what he was asking. I had no idea. I was like, no, he's so nice. I love that little bald man. I can't believe that.
What the thing is, don't listen to this. If you are one of our teachers,
do not listen to this. If you're our teacher, exit. We'll see you in class on Monday. That's what I have to say. No,
and I was sitting next to her.
Yeah.
So I translated the entire class for her, basically. And that's how we met. Yeah. Oh, and she stepped on my foot when we were in the... Oh my god, that's our first encounter. Yeah. She stepped on my foot when we were in the library. And I was really pissed.
I said sorry.
But her sorry was like, oh, sorry. Like, it wasn't genuine at all. Like, that's what I remember.
Let me get on my knees. I'm so sorry.
My first impression was this bitch was annoying.
No, it wasn't.
Can I curse on this?
Listen, yes.
Okay.
I stepped on your shoe, not I burned your house down. I feel like my apology was very standard. It was just like
it wasn't genuine though. I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's how we met, and I forgave her. I think.
Oh my god, it's okay. You can step on my shoe. It's like two negatives make a positive. But that's some backstory, and that kind of sets the whole precedent for our whole friendship.
Yeah, I think she was the first person that I talked to, the first student that I talked to when I went to the school, which was new for both of us.
Yes, and then, oh my god, and then this little hoe decided to leave school, like 2 days into school. She had like a swimming competition. She just dropped a bomb on me. I was like, oh my god, thank god I have a friend here. She's like, oh,
no, but I told you on the first day, right?
Yeah, on the first day you're like, oh, but I'm not gonna be here for like the rest of the week. I was like,
yeah, for the rest of the week.
I was like,
and I had to ask her about the homework every day.
Are we for real?
Student.
Are we for real? I was like, so I just made one friend, and now I'm gonna go.
No, but you left. You literally left the class.
That's not my. Oh yeah, I left the class.
And it was COVID.
Because I needed to go to another Chinese class because once again I can't understand anything.
So I was just left alone for the entire year.
Basically,
which one is worse?
Conclusion, we are the most difficult people to deal with.
No, actually, I think I'm difficult to work with, but I'll get to that.
Yeah, me too. So I think this is a perfect introduction. Why do you think people are difficult in the first place? Is it their personality, their circumstances, or something deeper?
I think, like, first thing, definitely personality, because everybody has different personalities, and it's extreme. I don't think anyone, like, although we have like the 16 whatever unit people, but I don't believe in that shit.
Oh, I don't believe in it either.
I don't believe in that shit.
Literally, when one of our teachers had us take that for our class, I was like, why though? Because okay, it says I'm an introvert. I don't think I'm an introvert.
I'm an extrovert, but I don't think I'm like fully extrovert.
You're definitely not. I also don't think. I feel like some people's personalities just aren't compatible.
Yeah, like, and that plays like a huge role in like teamwork and stuff. Because if I'm organized and you're not, then we are.
Yes, but that has nothing to do with like your personality.
That's not your fault. That's not my fault. It's just that we are incompatible, and I think that's totally okay, but that's something makes it difficult to work with. But I do think teamwork in general is very difficult, because if I'm on myself, then I can convince myself to do anything. I can tell myself, oh, you don't have to work until like the next hour, you can take a 5-minute break, 20-minute break, whatever. But if I'm in a team, I can just quit on my people, right?
No, I wish everyone had that mindset though, because some people really do just quit on their own people. Like,
so that's something.
Yeah, why? We're 16, 17 right now. She's about to be an adult this year.
This year.
She's going to be legal this year. And you're still having to chase people around asking them to do their work. Like, do you know how... Okay, like, this is not to shade anyone. I just think, like, sometimes, especially in a group setting, it would be amazing if everyone could have some accountability for their work. But then some people just don't.
Yeah, I do. I think it's just, like... the degree, like how important something is different for different people.
Right, priorities.
Yeah, priorities.
Exactly.
Some people really values like a certain project and they pay a lot of attention to it. But some people just don't, and you cannot change that about them.
Like for example, I had to work with this kid one time. I think you know who I'll be talking about. This kid and I had to lead this organization together. Okay, and
he's just gonna listen to it.
And I don't give a fuck.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, okay? And when I say this, I mean this in the most unbiased way possible, okay? Essentially, we had to pull some extra rehearsals, practices for this organization. And see, that was where my priority was at, right? This person's priority was at their competition prep, which is, that's not a problem, right? Everyone's priorities are different. But this is why we were so uncompatible to work together. Because our priorities were totally different.
Yeah.
My priorities were on this organization. This kid's priorities were on God knows what, okay? I still don't know. But it's just like...
But I don't think priority is like a part of your personality. So that's something deeper. Like how you value something. But yeah, that's what makes teamwork difficult. And what else? Let me see. like your background also matters, especially when you go like outside of our school, outside of your country. You have to work with people that's from different school, different background. You know, some people are like, they're in boarding schools and stuff, and they do homework like really really late at night for some reason. Like they go and sleep first and then they do their work, but we have to submit the thing like the next morning that one time. But they weren't doing it. Like I was there were 3 of us in the group. I was the only one that's typing on the document. I can't see nothing else on the document. I was like, is that my problem? Because I do homework right.
Like Google Docs or
Google Docs. Like I do my homework almost right after I got back from school, right?
Same.
Because I cannot function at night. When the sun goes down, I'm like.
And also, just because we don't go to boarding school.
Yeah.
So our whole entire background and what we really do is just from our perspective. And no, I recognize that so hard about the whole, like, doing stuff in the
And I texted her. I was like, can you please do your part? And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you. I work best at night, like, around midnight. I was like, yeah, fine. Like, I was trying to be understanding. And that's understandable. I think people have different work time. And that's totally fine. I just didn't know that could happen. So
personally,
that makes...
if I open up that Google Doc and there's not like, I don't know, anonymous like Chihuahua present or like anonymous like landlord,
I feel so alone when I was the only icon in that document.
No,
like, is that my problem?
Right, I better open up that document and see my 5 other anonymous animals or we're done. Okay? Me personally, I'm very like, we took a class in freshman year, very project oriented, group project oriented.
Very.
And it was like random generated projects. So one time I was in a group with a kid that could not really speak English. As we know, I don't speak Chinese. So I was like, oh, can you do this? Or can you do this? Like group projects, I've always had to be like a hustler. Like I have to be bad cop. I have to set the deadlines or some people will not get it done.
Yes, me too. I will get into that. Our next question. I prepared my answer.
Right? I know it's not like the best because some people, they don't think it's that serious. It's just a project. No. Like this is all of our grades.
Yeah.
For me, if like I want for example, if I want some person to finish their part by the 21st, I'll tell them, can you finish it by the 20th? Because I know they're going to give it to me a day late.
Oh, that's smart.
I always do that because I feel like...
I feel like I try to give them as much time as possible.
I know that they're gonna put a day. If I say give it to me on the 21st, they're gonna give it to me on the 23rd, and then it's like the whole thing about the project is that one person's stuff needs to be done in order for the rest of us to do our things. We can't do that if this kid takes forever. So,
and that's only in our school. Like when like last summer I had to work in like the Berkeley summer school thingy, and culture, like I know these kind of programs emphasize so much on like inclusivity, like having people all over the world, but that makes teamwork very difficult because like cultural backgrounds. Oh my god, I had this kid that keeps asking me, what makes China so different? What? No, because it's an entrepreneur thing, right? And we have to come up with something that we want to sell. And they were like, oh my god, can you tell me that? Oh my god, everybody's gonna listen to this. He keeps asking me, what do you have in China that we don't have here? Or like, what you don't have in China? I'm not blaming. I'm not mad at this. I find it funny. I'm not trying to say that I'm not insulted in any ways.
It's just kind of like hilarious because it happens to me a lot too. Some people, it's not difficult people necessarily, but it's a difficult situation.
And we don't blame them for that. Like, it's not something that they did wrong or we did wrong. It's just incompatibility. Yeah, I think that's very important. Like, it's so difficult to find people that's compatible. Even as friends, it's so difficult to make friends because none of us are the same, and that's what makes teamwork difficult too.
And incompatibility can go on 2 levels. First of all, compatibility, either you can both think very like-minded, so you get along on everything, or you guys make up for each other in areas that people lack in. Like,
I have an example.
Yes, go.
Even though I'm ENFP, technically I'm an extrovert, but I don't really like to talk to new people. I don't talk to them. I'm not an extrovert until I know these people.
That's fair.
Yeah. So like when I have to work with new people, I always hope so much that one of them can be super extroverted. Like I don't care if you talk too much, but do talk. I hate it when when it's me that have to start the conversation, right? But it's always me that have to start the conversation, and so like I kind of have to force to be an extrovert sometimes, even though I am an extrovert.
No, I get that. That's why I feel like the whole like personality test is just also 16 personalities. There's no way to categorize like everyone that takes that test. Ain't no way. Also, this is super funny about personality tests. I'm like ISFJ or something like that, and my ex was like E and whatever. And if you Google it, those are the two most compatible. I can tell you right now, they're not the most compatible. Okay. The thing about circumstances is this is something I touched on my last episode. Like, there is this teacher that is kind of known for being very stern, very strict, maybe sometimes in the wrong scenarios. So I think, but for circumstances, I think it might just be like the pressure that she's under. Yeah. Because she's very young. She's very young. And this is her first working job. I know because I checked her LinkedIn. Like, it's her first working experience, and also she has a higher up position compared to other people. I was mad at the situation that happened, which I'm not gonna explain again, or I'm gonna get too pissed. I'm literally gonna see red if I have to explain it again. She's just very strict, and
in some ways,
yes,
more than others.
And I feel like with her though, it's definitely her circumstances. Just because she's probably under a lot of pressure as such a young
and that works the same for like teamwork and stuff. And I feel a lot of pressure, especially if it's something like a competition.
Yes,
and stuff. Yeah. Some people just don't feel the pressure, and I don't get it.
I know who you're talking about. Oh my god!
I'm someone like I feel a lot of pressure, but I don't like it. I don't like to share my pressure because I know people are not gonna understand me, so I don't. Like, I'm not gonna tell them I'm so pressured, I'm so stressed, can you please work on this? I don't like to do that. But can you just please, if you're in a team and you know this is important, can you please have some kind of urgency?
Bro, like, genuinely, okay, our advice, if you ever have to work with someone that you have to work with them, for example, in a group, and
it's assigned,
or it's for a competition or whatever, and you literally cannot get them to work, honestly, just bear through those few weeks and move on. There's nothing you can do. There's like
no, but still, at the very beginning, do tell them how important this is to you, so that at least they knows why you feel certain way.
But it's just like we couldn't change this person no matter what. It's kind of just like in their DNA, I guess.
That's like a part of the personality, and I get it.
But
I do think like when you're in a group, you do have to let each other know, like, so that we're on the same page at least.
And
like,
pull your weight.
Even if you're not stressed about it, you have to at least know that I'm stressed about it.
That's fair.
Like, even though I just said I don't like to talk to people about it, but I do think it's still important, like communication, and just be on the same page.
Yeah,
that's our advice.
Yes, and if you're on the same page and things are still not going well, honestly,
that's life.
Yeah, you're just going to have to bear through these next few weeks and you're done. So that actually, we've talked so much about other people, but I want to know, have you ever realized you were the difficult person in a situation?
Absolutely.
How did you handle that realization?
Absolutely. And I do think I'm difficult to work with because like we mentioned it before. You said it, but I also do. I like to boss people around.
I so love bossing people around.
I like to, but I try really hard not to, especially when I'm in a new group of, in a new setting. I try to let someone else take the lead. But sometimes it doesn't work. So sometimes, like as I said, when I get stressed, or I get, I don't know, mad or like a strong emotion about something, I start bossing people around, even though I try really hard not to. So I think that definitely makes me difficult to work with. And I recognize that. I'm sorry if you ever felt like offended or anything. But it's a part of, like, I cannot just sit around and wait for things to happen. I have to, and I don't like to wait for the last minute. But I do like to wait for the last day though. Does that make sense? Not the right last minute, but like I also don't like to start things too early.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like just like the standard time frame.
Yeah. So I do want to leave time for other people to start, like, for example, texting the group chat, oh my god, we should start working on this. And I would say, yes, let's work on it. But if my time, like the deadline that I gave myself, at that time, if nobody start like, leading the group, then I will step in. I will start bossing people around.
Okay, that's fair. But what I kind of have a different viewpoint from you, because I'm looking at this just in all situations. I think I am the most difficult person to work with from my point of view, because I'm so harsh on myself. By that I mean, out of everyone I've had to deal with, I'm the most difficult because I'm the most mean to myself. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I got back from Singapore at like 8 in the morning. My flight was at 3 because I had no idea that the flight was 5 hours, bro.
But it doesn't feel that long.
No, because I had like midnight flights. I only slept for 4 hours and I came home and I took a nap from 12 to 5. And I woke up and I was so mad because that means I basically slept a day away and now I can't do homework.
Oh my god, yes. I feel the same way.
Yes.
But I have to sleep.
No, me too. But I was so upset that I was like so upset. I was like, oh my god, like so stupid. I just slept the whole day away. But sleep is essential and I only slept 4 hours on the flight. I genuinely, like, I was being so hard on myself and I'm the most difficult person to work with. Because I would never, for example, if we're working in a group, you fell asleep from 12 to 5. I would never yell at you or be mad at you for sleeping. But I
would be mad at myself.
Yes, exactly. But I do the same thing and I'm so mad at myself. Like, these small things, and I'm trying to be better about it just because, like, the world is already so shit. People can already treat you so badly. You might as well treat yourself nicer.
Yeah.
But I cannot stop it. I'm just too hard on myself. It's the same for any hobbies that I have, like dancing or acting, like all of these things. I do one small thing wrong and I'm like, I'm never dancing again.
I'm similar to you in that I am really harsh on myself. Like, I do feel really guilty, but I also I try really hard to convince myself that I did nothing wrong. Like, I actually do.
I need to gain that skill. Low-key, I need that skill so bad.
I'm so good at convincing myself. Like, I know I have something to do that night, and I will start working on it, but I have to take break, like, every half an hour or so.
Every, like, 5 minutes. Dude, my dopamine sensors are fried.
No, me too. Like, I do one question and I put it down and I start going on YouTube, going on TikTok, just scrolling. Like, oh shit, I just did that. And I feel so bad. But I do convince myself, like, it's fine, you're gonna get it done.
I think actually part of the reason why I want to talk to you about this is because me and Crystal have very similar work ethic.
Yeah.
And like in a group, me and Crystal, I found we work the best because first of all, we both know that we will get it done. And we will get it done before a reasonable deadline.
I never submit anything past a deadline.
Me too. I've never.
With expectation of being sick. That's the only
true. That's very fair. But also, I'm so hard on myself. Like, after our competition...
Yeah, I think she's harder on herself than I am. But I, like, compared to other people, I feel like I'm still really hard on myself.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think we're, like, on the same type of things, but...
Yeah. No, it's just, like, we both come to a common consensus by ourselves of what has to be done. But for me personally, like, we had a competition last year, and... I messed up on, like, we had a Q&A session because we had a group presentation first. The judges asked a question and I answered and they were like, oh, but that's not what I'm asking. And I was like, oh my god. And then after that, like, I literally cried because I was like, that was so stupid. Like, we're not gonna get any placement. We're gonna get disqualified. Like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep.
Yeah.
But I was just so harsh on myself. But if, like, Crystal had made that mistake, I wouldn't yell at her or anything. Like, I don't see it's a problem, but it's just when I do it, it's a problem. And
oh my god, yeah, I do think that's something that makes you difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything.
No, I know.
I do think, like, Fiona being super harsh on herself is something that makes her very difficult to work with, because, like, I have to try really hard to convince you that it's not that deep. And I don't, like, maybe it's because I don't want to sound condescending or anything. It just, from my point of view, maybe because I've been, like, going to competitions since I was really little. You have no idea how little I was when I started doing competitions.
I don't do many competitions.
Yeah. So, like, I'm kind of used to messing up stuff. Like, I've never had a perfect competition. If you want me to name one competition that I did really, really good at, where I'm really proud of myself, I cannot name one. But I wouldn't be myself to it.
You are very right. I've only been to a handful of competitions. I literally want to say maybe 6 maximum. I danced when I was little, whatever. Don't really remember that, honestly. But yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I just expected for competition you have to be 100% perfect.
And I think you're, like, more of a perfectionist than I am. Like, I do hate making mistakes, but I can convince myself to forgive myself. Like, I think that's something I'm really good at.
I think that's a very good trait, though, because here's the thing. I'm a lot better now, okay? I'm a lot better now about being harsh on myself, just because I think I came to this revelation, like, a few months ago last year when I was like, oh, people are so mean to me sometimes, but out of them, I'm the most mean to myself. And I try, like, for these, like, I blame myself so hard for these little things. I try not to let it show. Like, what I showed you guys was just, like, a quarter of how I was feeling.
But I feel like I can tell when you are, like, when you just stop talking, I can tell. And
so
I'm really bad
shitty.
at comforting people. I don't know how to the only thing I can say is, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, that's the only, I don't know how to comfort people. That's so difficult for me. But yeah, I do get it. I understand, like, where you are coming from, and I understand you're a perfectionist. Same here, but it's just that
I'm definitely better now because, honestly, being a perfectionist literally, like, decays you little by little because it drains so much of your energy.
Oh, do you know what also helps? Like, the more places you go, the more people you met, the less of a perfectionist you are. Because, like, the more shitty people you met, I'm so much better than them. Why do I have to be so hard on myself?
No, you're so right, though, because you realize, like, for example, what we consider 50% is other people's 100%. And I'm not trying to say other people are worse than us or anything.
No,
I'm just saying,
the more you see, the more you know.
Maybe just because my perspective at that time was so narrowed. Our school is super small.
Oh, did you know I started, like, going... I've been to a lot of different places. I've met a lot of people.
Yeah.
I started going to, like, summer camps when I was still in kindergarten. Did you know that?
No!
Yeah, my parents, they are crazy. My parents... They're not gonna listen to this.
They want you to be Mrs. Worldwide, bro.
No, like, actually, they sent me into, like, a summer camp thing for literally kindergartens.
What'd you do? Like, build Legos or something?
The only thing I remember is watching TV and falling asleep. And singing Under the Sea.
Where was it? Was it in
Beijing? Yeah. It was like a school. It was a summer school. Like, literally. I don't even know why they sent me there. But I've been going to, like, different summer camps since then.
Really?
Every single summer, yes. Whether it's for competition or for just, like, traveling. I've been to so many summer camps, met so many people.
You've been to so many places in general. Like, she's been to more places in America than I have been. And I'm American.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's the thing, though. Is, like, firstly, growing up...
My parents put me through a lot.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, I grew up in El Paso, Texas. If you know what that is, that's the smallest town.
Yeah, I think that also... Also, my elementary school, there are, like, almost 40 people in my class.
In your you went to
public Chinese school.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. So, like, the more you see, the more you realize you don't have to be so hard on yourself.
Life is not that serious.
And people are not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And people can be so imperfect. There can be so many imperfections, and they don't even realize that. So why should you beat yourself up to it if you did one little mistake?
That's what I'm saying. Like, firstly, I grew up in a really small town. I never traveled because my parents... They were poor. I couldn't travel anywhere. I've literally been to, like, 3 states in America, maybe 4 states in America. And, like, I moved here when I was about 10 or 11, and this was my first exposure, like, outside of freaking Texas. And
yeah, so, like, I understand why sometimes you can be very stressed about certain things because you haven't had that much experience, and that makes sense.
Yeah, like, she's from Beijing. That's the capital of China. I'm from freaking El Paso, Texas, okay? What is that?
Yeah.
But I think, I think that's why traveling the world and also going to study abroad is so important to me.
Yeah, thank you, my parents, for exposing me to shitty people so I know I'm not that bad. No, but, like, actually, it makes a lot of sense. If you are listening to this and you think that you are not good enough, just go outside and look at other people.
Even, like, don't go on social media. That shit is fake as hell.
Everybody is so fake on social media.
You go outside. If you even go to a different school, make friends there, you will find out just how broad, like, the spectrum is. Everyone's so different. Yeah, it's something that I definitely need to work on because perfectionism makes you burn out so fast. I burned out so hard in 10th grade. I literally crashed and burned, like, from January to April. I was out of it. I wasn't even present. Like, my body was here, but I was not present. And that was with a lot of other factors as well. But really, being a perfectionist does nothing but degrade you more. Your work can never be 100% perfect. Like, that's just a fact.
And you have to live with that.
You have to do so much work. There's no way all of it is going to be up to your standard all the time. But if you pick yourself apart, which I'm still learning, because why was I so upset yesterday that I fell asleep? Like, it's not that deep, but I was so upset. I was literally like, I can't do my A-push studying anymore.
You're studying for A-push?
Yeah, because I'm going to be so busy before Mach 2. Bro, it's not even just the kids that are most difficult to work with. There are adults that are difficult to work with.
Yes.
I'm not even just talking about teachers. Have you ever gotten into a fight with someone and their parent is berating you?
Oh my god, yes. For my club, we have to like, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
For our club, we have to do like talent shows. We are responsible for organizing the talent show, and for that, we have to make the difficult decision of cutting some people out and letting some people in, and that's normal, right? It's not a competition, but it's a performance, and we have to look at the time. Like, if I can do it, I will let everybody perform. I don't think anyone is really, really bad.
Yes.
But it's just like considering the variety, the diversity, and the pace and everything. Yes. I have to cut some people out. And their parents, so many of them emailed us and like demanding to know why.
Yeah. And sometimes there's like, okay, like maybe your kid sucks.
But
I'm not gonna tell you that. Maybe your kid sucks at the drums. I'm not gonna email you back saying.
But I do think I understand it. Like if I'm my parents and my child keep getting rejected, I would be pissed. But we just can't do it. Like I think for this world to function, there should be more mutual understanding.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is try to understand each other.
And also our township was open from grade 6 to grade 12.
Yes.
That's a ton of people each year. But like even if I got into like a fight with like this one person, I'm not gonna say who, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If for example, like I still cannot get over how parents will directly get involved with their kids' conflicts at our age.
Oh my god, yes.
Unless something illegal has happened, or unless something. If, for example, if I punched a kid and their parent got mad, I totally get that. A little petty drama or like a small thing that should be between friends, and your parent is getting involved, I cannot understand that.
Yeah,
I can't. Especially at our big grown old age. Like, we're about to step into the adult world soon. Shouldn't we be able to figure out our own drama? And your freaking mom is calling up my phone telling me about all this that is happening. Sorry, what? Actually, what?
And the parents, they need to understand it's okay for their children and their friends to fight.
Yes! This is not freaking, like, kumbaya. We're not all gonna always get along all the time. Even friends get annoyed at each other, or friends fight sometimes, okay? That's so normal. Like, if you're friends and you've never fought, one, maybe you guys are too compatible, too alike, which, me personally, I need some variety. Like,
but even if we're too compatible, I feel like there could still be problems.
Exactly. Like, I it's so normal, and you should have disagreements as friends. Or unless you're just like clones.
Yeah, exactly.
Clone one, clone one thing two. No, like
Can you imagine if you have a twin?
Hell no. I would kill that hoe. Shut up.
Sometimes I wish I have a twin, but sometimes I don't. Because if you have a twin, you have a direct comparison, and that's terrifying.
Oh, you're right. What if they're like super successful and I'm not?
I can't.
No way, you're so. I never
so
that way.
Yeah. If you have someone that's too compatible to you, too similar to you, people can compare them. Yeah.
Oh my god. So we've had bad talk about difficult people, but have you ever like eventually made one of your difficult people you work with like an ally or a friend? Or
I feel like,
and how did it happen?
If it's really difficult, if I had a lot of trouble to work with someone, then definitely not. I'm not gonna be friends with you. But like if I know that certain things that you might be difficult, but on other things you could be okay. Like I feel like I'm really understanding. I try to be as understanding as possible here. So I do make friends with people. Like, I feel like, how should I put it? I'm trying to find an example here. Like, I feel like, okay, so I was in synchronized swimming from like very young age, and we're in a group, and maybe at first like there are so many girls that hated each other, or
I can imagine
that had conflicts, but at the end we are a team. We've been working on the same thing towards the same goal for so long that all of us are really
you have
close.
the same team for all the time that you did?
Oh no.
Oh, did you switch teams a lot or no?
Not a lot,
Like,
but
I don't know what the path is
for like
teams.
for like first, I'll say 2-3 years I was in the same team, but that's because I was too young to find people my age. But like as soon as I can, it's very difficult to explain. I'm not gonna try to explain the entire thing, but it's different. The competition have different requirements for like age and stuff, and the coaches have to think about the compatibility of the members and how they work together.
I did dance. It's like the same thing.
Yeah. So they have to figure that out. But you could have difficulties, but when you are, oh my god, that's a psychology concept, superordinate goal.
Oh yeah. You're all working towards one thing. You work better together.
And you feel like a family.
Yes.
Even though you might hate each other sometimes.
Yes.
At the end, we are both cheering for the same result.
It's the exact same for me because I did dance. Y'all ever watch Dance Moms? You know the dance pyramid? Literally, people rank you like that sometimes. It wasn't the dance pyramid. That's obviously for drama or for TV. It's super competitive. These like synchronized swimming, like dance. All this, you're always competing with each other. On stage, it's about who shines the most, even if you're a team, no matter what, there'll be competition. But you all want to put on a great competition. So,
and at the end, if the result is good for the team, everybody's cheering. There's no prejudice. There's no discrimination.
Right? For example, if you're playing basketball and you hate someone on your team and they're trying to pass the ball to you, are you just going to dodge it because you hate them?
Or even I feel like when we graduate high school, like that's an accomplishment. I feel like I would be cheering with everybody. Like even for those that I hate.
I hate you.
I feel like I would cheer for you and I would congrats you.
There are some people, I'm not gonna say him, that right now, I'm obviously not happy with them. Or not happy, just not...
Not friends.
We're not friends. That's fine.
We can be classmates.
Yeah. But when we graduate, I feel like it's a time to put our differences aside.
I feel like I will be happy for all of us.
Yeah, I will be happy for all of us.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't think you deserve graduating.
I'm not gonna clap
I think you should repeat a year. I'm not gonna be like that.
Because our graduating class is around like 30 people.
It's
like,
very small.
We're like supposed to be tight knit. For me personally, I try so hard to actually make peace with people that are terrible to me. Like, for one, I broke up with this guy, and then a few days later, I sent a paragraph basically trying to get things straight because we broke up on really bad terms. And this, I'm struggling to find a noun for this kid. This kid sends back the most condescending message I've ever read.
And if you are watching, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
And you deserve this. You deserve it.
My first message was actually very polite. He sends that condescending message back. Okay, you want to go low? I'll go lower.
But I feel like I'm different to you in that sense. Like, if I know somebody that I would never be friends with or that I would never talk to again, I would not even try to apologize. Even if I did something wrong. If it's not terrible, I'm not going to apologize if I know we just cannot work together.
Low-key,
I don't think... Yeah. I feel like... I know it's very difficult to find friends, but if I have friends, I want them to be my actual friends. I don't want to have fake friends.
Like some people, but I love my friends. I love my girls.
Yeah. I'm not trying to... I hate to, fake being nice. So that's why if I know you are really difficult to work with, I'm not going to be friends with you.
Don't fuck with me.
But I'm not going to hate you for it. I'm just we can be classmates, we can be pass-bys, we can be... neighbors. I don't know. I can say hi to you can say hi back, just not friends.
For me, the reason why I even reached out in the first place was because I crashed out, because we were on very good terms obviously we're on good terms in the relationship, but it was like a normal whatever stable relationship until we broke up on terrible terms. I was just I feel like just for the closure for the both of us, I needed to send this message. Oh my god, he answered it like an email. I just asked him about a management opportunity. He started with, "Thank you for this message." Dude, fuck you. What the hell do you mean? I sent it to her right away.
I was like, what am I reading? Is this from your boss? What am I reading?
Straight out of an SNL skit. I was like, okay, listen.
A terrible SNL skit.
I tried to end it on okay terms because we're definitely going to see each other at one point or another. We are family friends, okay? I'm so going to run into my freaking aunt's birthday or something. I don't know, okay? So I was trying to end it on okay terms, even though I'm the one that got totally dogged out in this relationship. and I got the worst response I could possibly get. Like,
sometimes I try to initiate a talk, but during the talk I realized that we can never be friends and talk won't work. Yes,
it just won't work no matter what.
Sometimes you just have to accept that.
I feel that so hard. You know, this one girl, we stopped being friends like a year after we started being friends because she was a transfer student, and essentially I tried to make peace. I said happy birthday to her, even though we also ended on terrible terms, and now she hates my guts.
Yeah,
Fuck
like
you.
when something
No,
doesn't
birthday,
work
sad
out,
birthday.
even like I know so many people have stressed the importance of communication, and that's definitely important at the beginning of a relationship. When it goes to the point where you know communication won't help, then it's not gonna help. You just have to let it go. And you meet, like, I'm not trying to be cheesy or cliche, but you meet like some billions of people in your life. You can find the one that's compatible, and it's okay to give up on some uncompatible ones, but it doesn't mean that you have to hate each other or fight with each other. Just
grow apart.
Yeah,
some people just grow out of other people, and that's totally fine. That's totally normal.
Yeah,
there are so many fish in the sea. That's how I feel about relationships. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not gonna find the love of your life probably in high school.
Yeah,
some people do. Congrats, but most of us
in the last
don't.
episode, I literally said that. I said that's my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is marrying someone that I dated in high school. That's actually my worst nightmare, because
really?
There's so,
I feel like that could be kind of romantic.
Like, I feel like the world is so big past high school. Once again, I don't think the love of your life is in high school. No, not you, me. The love of my life is not in high school, okay? The world is so big.
And I'm not trying to have a relationship if I know I don't like this.
Date to marry. Okay, I'm dating to marry, and I'm not married.
Oh, I'm not dating to marry. I just don't want to 委屈我自己.
You just don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah. I don't want to put myself through it.
That's very valid.
Yeah. If I know I'm gonna regret it, I'm not gonna start it.
Super valid. I personally, you know, I've gone through enough with relationships. Okay, I'm becoming a nun, joining the monastery. I know those are two different religions. Okay, please don't bash me for it. I'm joining the monastery or the nunnery. Whoever wants me first. Okay, wants me. I'm just kidding. No, but like, I think it gets to like.
I think I'm patient. I think we should all be more patient.
Everyone, yes.
Everybody. I'm talking to you. Be more patient with people, with who you encounter.
I need to be more patient too.
Yeah.
Like, that's
and you don't have to be friends with the first person you met at a program or at some place. Mm-hmm. And just, you will find your people. And I really hope we all find our people.
We better. Let's end on a lighter note. Yes. Imagine hosting a difficult people Olympics. What events would be included? And if you don't have anything to say, I ChatGPT this question's answers.
I knew you ChatGPT this.
Not the questions.
Oh, not the question. Sorry. I thought this was so ChatGPT. Like the questions.
Dude, you're turning into. Everything I write is just ChatGPT.
No, I was gonna ask you if you ChatGPT, but okay. What's your answer? Wait, no, I have to give my answer. Yeah. I think communication and texting, staying in touch. It's so difficult for some people for some reason. I know we all have phones, we all have social medias, we all have messaging platforms, but some people just cannot message on time and respond to messages on time. I don't know what they're doing on their phone. They're not checking their messages, and it pisses me off. I know you have a phone, I know you're on your phone. Can you please respond me? It doesn't take that much. Just respond yes, so I know we're on the same page, or say something. I'm not asking you to give a speech. Please message back. Oh my god, I thought this was a problem for individuals, but the more I work with people, the more I realize how common that problem is. I don't know. I don't get what is making it so difficult to stay in touch.
Like low-key, like, yeah.
Like, we all have technologies. You probably have multiple technologies.
Your Apple ecosystem, we see you. We see your Apple ecosystem. I know you have
or
a
like
MacBook,
Android or
an iPad,
Android
and an iPhone, and an Apple Watch.
I know you have multiple social medias. Just respond me. And I can see that you are surfing on the internet. I can literally see you are active on like Instagram or TikTok. Just not responding to me.
I see that little green bubble. You think you're slick, you're not. You're active and you're not responding to me.
And I'm not trying. It's not like I'm chasing after you, like I'm desperate for your attention. It's because we have to work together. We are in the same group.
It's not like I'm asking you what's your favorite ice cream flavor.
I'm not trying to start a conversation for no reason. You just have to respond
hates starting conversations for no reason.
Yes, I'm not a good texter. I'm not a good texter at all. I'm not a good messenger.
For a period of time in 7th grade, I thought you hated me because every time I texted you, just like something about my day, you'd respond like the driest thing ever. I was like,
I'm just not good at that. I don't know why. I don't know how to respond to
texting Crystal's like texting a guy that has no interest in you. She just like, no, it's like,
and I don't initiate that kind of small talk.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like she doesn't fuck with the small talk. Okay, so nothing that she says will be small talk.
Yes, if I send you something, that means it's important and it probably matters. Okay, please respond me.
Do you want to see the competitions that ChatGPT came up with?
Yeah,
we have the gaslighting gauntlet, the overreaction high jump, the victim complex triathlon.
Oh my god, I would rather have people with overreacting stuff than not responding. Just the amount of times I've been in that situation where I'm the only one that's texting in a group is actually terrifying. So many times where I'm the only one that's talking, and
bro, I feel like that one image of like the ant with like the homeless bird lap, bro. Why am I chasing you for a response? Like this also happens to me. Like just answer. It's. I
didn't text you because I like you. I texted you because I have to. Let me get that straight.
Like I'm asking you, like, do you want to have dinner this Saturday? Even if I did, just freaking answer.
Yes or no. It's not that complicated.
So I think the takeaways from this video: 1, be grateful for everything, especially for yourself. Okay, the fact that you even cared so much to be harsh on yourself is already amazing attribute. Okay,
Be more generous on yourself.
Yes, it is amazing that you care so much, but you have to be grateful for that. Okay, be nicer to yourself. That's the first.
There are worse people out there.
Yes. Okay, you can't really change the difficult people out there. Okay, maybe you can understand their circumstances. If you can, that's amazing. I can't. Okay.
And another thing, another moral of the story, it's extremely difficult to find easy people, but it's so easy to find difficult people because we are just incompatible. You cannot find your twin.
Yes. Do you know how long it took me to find this girl? Okay.
You should step on my foot.
Yeah, and look how fast we got over that, okay? 6 years later, and we're still on it.
But that doesn't happen every time. So it's okay to work with difficult people. I think you just have to get used to it.
And learn something from it. Every time there's a hard lesson in your way, just try to milk that and try to gain all the knowledge that you can. For example, now you know who you can't work with. Now you know who you can't work with.
And you know what you should say at the very beginning of the meeting.
Yes.
Like we should set some ground rules.
Yes, and some boundaries and deadlines, all of that.
But just make peace with the fact that people are not easy to work with.
And also, pull your weight. If you're listening to this and you don't pull your weight, just pull your weight.
Do your part. It's not that difficult.
It will make you feel better. It will make everyone feel better. And just, like...
respond.
Yes.
Text. Respond my message.
It makes the most dry message in the world. It could be K, period.
Let me know you got it.
Yeah.
Let me know you got it.
That's how I feel when I send a message into the group chat for my like club members to see and nobody answers me. I'm like, dude, how do I know you received the message then? How do I know?
It's like I'm talking to myself in a group chat that's have like 25 people.
Yeah. It's not there for an ornament. It's not decoration. I send it because I want you to see it and respond. Oh my god, me and Crystal are fully gonna crash out over this because like you will never know until you have to deal like, and you would think all of you have a common goal, right? Because you're in the same organization.
But
guess
you know
what? You don't, because they don't even want to like respond to you. I'm like, I feel like I should deserve some respect though, like as the freaking leader, dude. Like, just be aware and conscious of what you need to do,
and know that you're not the only person in the group.
That was Fiona and Crystalations. And
yes.
Anyways, if you listened,
I'm scared who's gonna listen to this. So,
we hope you guys enjoyed this episode
and can relate. If you do,
we tried to spread our knowledge because me and Crystal have kind of been through a lot at our tiny little stupid school. I need to remove the stupid part because what if someone's listening? But that's it. And
thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. I'm gonna open the Spotify comments. So I closed this because I was too scared. But if we want to hear your perspectives, okay? We're just 2 high school students at an international school, so we want to hear your perspective, where you're from, because this is what that's all about.
And you are amazing. You are amazing. Just know that.
And keep that confidence, okay? Keep your head high.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.